everyone, Jasmine here from Redwood Financial, and this week's frequently asked question is, why do I need a trust? I love that question because I am so passionate about trusts, but that is often a question that we might sometimes think, why do I need a trust? We know what a trust is, or we loosely have an idea about what a trust is, but why do I need it? Why is it important? And what is the difference, I guess, between a trust and a will? So the purpose of a trust, different to a will, is that a will just simply passes your assets to whoever your beneficiaries are and places it directly in their hands. Nothing wrong with that. You want to make sure that your will leaves your assets to your loved ones. It makes perfect sense. However, once we leave our assets to our loved ones, they're now in their hands and they can potentially be taken away or attacked from unforeseen events, whether that's our loved ones going through a divorce, bankruptcy, getting ill and going into care, or whether it's our loved ones passing away unexpectedly and then all of that money being subject to inheritance tax all over again if you've already paid inheritance tax when you died. So simply just giving our assets to someone is great, but actually a trust can make things so much better because the purpose of a trust is to protect that money for your loved one's benefit. So your beneficiaries can enjoy and spend the money that you've left them, no problem whatsoever. But the trust is there to protect them against unforeseen circumstances. So were your beneficiaries to then go through a divorce, bankruptcy, get sick or go into care, or unexpectedly pass away, that money that you've left them doesn't have to form part of their estate for inheritance tax, for care fees, for divorces and relationship breakdowns, and for financial difficulty. So what it means is that the money is truly protected and safeguarded for our loved ones and the generations to come. And we refer to it as making sure that the right money goes to the right people at the right time. But critically, the trust is there to make sure that your wealth stays with those people and can't be taken away from them from outsiders. That's why trusts are so powerful, because they're so protective. They safeguard our loved ones. They don't stop our loved ones from enjoying it or spending it. They just make sure that our loved ones are protected so they don't lose their inheritance unexpectedly to any of these things that could happen in the future that we can't possibly foretell. So that's why I love trusts. That's why I'm so passionate about them. They're hugely beneficial when it comes to protecting assets against inheritance tax, care fees, divorces and relationship breakdowns. And a will is just not sufficient to do that job. So if we want to have that kind of protection, then that is why you need a trust. If you're not worried about protecting your loved ones and their inheritance from things like divorce, care fees, or inheritance tax, then you probably don't need a trust. So that's also important too. It's important we don't just have a trust for the sake of having a trust. We should make sure that we're doing it for the right reasons. So if you're not worried about protecting assets for those different eventualities, then maybe a trust isn't for you. But for the majority of people, we will want to protect our wealth and make sure it passes down to the next generation in the safest and most tax efficient way. And for that, we're going to want to use our very powerful family control trusts. So I hope that answers this week's question with regards to why do I need a trust. If you want any more information on trusts and their powerfulness, I would suggest you check out our website. We've got lots of blog articles on the subject, but also we've got our free wills, trusts and estate planning webinar. It's less than 45 minutes and it's a huge wealth of knowledge and information in this particular area of planning, and it looks specifically in trusts at a quite a high level of detail. So a great resource for you to check out and find out more information. If you have any other questions at all, obviously please don't hesitate to contact us, and I look forward to joining you next week to share next week's frequently asked question. Thanks and goodbye.